Hello, my beautiful collective. Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. How are you? I hope you're well. This is a collective reading. That's why it's not time-stamped. This is not for your specific sign. This is a one reading for the collective. And so that means that I'm going to be calling out the signs and symbols as you need to see them in order to know what's going on in this reading. You'll need to put on your little tinfoil intuitive hat, and then I'll tell you what's going on. You can figure out if this is for you or not. Let's find out what's going on for the collective, please. What's the most important energy that is hanging out in the collective here? Tell me about the collective. What do we need to know about the collective? What's the most important thing we need to know? We do have the Eight of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. Somebody went out looking for the two. Feels like somebody here has pulled away, finally, detached from something from the past. Somebody's walked away from something. It feels like, something that I feel it's... There's 6 cups here. 2 of them are poured out, right? So we have 6 cups that are standing here. So I feel like it is something from the past. It feels like a long-term friendship or someone that you've known forever, pulling away from some sort of memories you have from the past. Feels like somebody walking through that door toward the sun, right? Possibly a Leo, maybe a Pisces involved here. But it does feel like... It feels like you're headed toward the sun. So you're headed towards something that's much better, I want to say. And possibly happiness. But let's find out why the Ten of Cups is here. We have the Seven of Swords. I'll put down a few more cards here. Got the Three of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody decided they no longer want to wait for happiness. Someone realized I've got to fulfill my own happiness here. I can't wait around anymore. I want to say with the Seven of Swords, it's like somebody here was in a relationship, a friendship, or a job. Take it as it resonates for you. But the Seven of Swords is telling me that you were feeling left behind, or you were feeling like this isn't working for me. I feel like you were in a place where, it could be a family situation or maybe a relationship where we were always arguing. It's like we were always at odds. And I think that somebody realized that this is never going to end. Like this argument situation that we've got going on is never going to end because we have fundamental differences. This person is holding the Five Swords and there's 2 swords. It's like, should I go back or not, right? This person's like, should I go back for the 2? Should I make a decision to go back? But I feel like holding on to the 5 swords tells me somebody's here's got 3 swords over the left shoulder. It's like it was something that was heartbreaking. And I feel like you collective are kind of looking back, like one last time. Should I go back or should I not? It's like a decision needs to be made, and I think your decision was the Eight of Cups. I feel like you're just no longer, even though this person might be a soulmate or someone that you've known since the beginning of time, or maybe they're a brother or a sister or a mother or father, could be a relationship that is romantic. We do have cups here. We do have the Ten of Cups, right? Something that used to be very happy. It does feel like somebody here walked away because I don't want to wait. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse tells me no more waiting. I've put enough energy and time and work into this. I don't want to wait anymore. So I feel like you're standing there at the precipice, at the door, saying if something doesn't change, nothing will change, right? If I decide not to change, then nothing is ever going to change. So the Death card in the reverse for me is avoiding change. It's avoiding the end of something. So I want to say that whoever I'm speaking to, you could be a Scorpio, possibly a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. We've got some swords energy here. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Piscean energy. It feels like somebody here has been in something that was possibly going on for maybe even the last 10 months, 8 or 10 months. And somebody's like, I don't know if I want this anymore. But still somebody is like, should I go back? But we have so many glaring fundamental differences, like maybe you want kids and they don't, or maybe you don't want kids and they do, or we can't decide if we're going to live in France or Canada. Like, it feels like, there's things that it's like we can't smooth over these things anymore. We just keep coming to this place where we're bumping our heads. Got the Four of Wands. This could be someone that you lived with. Look, it could be a roommate. It could be someone that you lived with for maybe 10 months, but it also could be a relationship. We've got the Four of Wands. So it tells me at one point it was happy. But then everything became very defensive. It's almost like somebody kept threatening to go. Threatening the divorce, threatening I'm going to leave, threatening I'm just going to leave you with the rent. It feels like with the Seven Wands here, right? And then somebody started checking out their opportunities that are out there, is what it feels like. The Four of Wands is like, I could live I could live somewhere else. I could get way more stability if I just walk away. Even though this person is a soulmate friend or a soulmate love, if I walk away, I could probably find more. It feels like an excruciating decision is what it feels like. It wasn't something you wanted to do, because I still see you hesitating for change here. I don't think it's something that you want to do. For those of you, like I always say with these readings, right, when I do the bonus readings, I'm reading for the current energy or the future. So for some of you, this hasn't even happened yet. For some of you, you're still stuck in the situation where you're looking at, look, I've already put 10 months into this relationship. We've almost been here a year. And maybe for some of you, it's 7 years. Like maybe it's been years already. But it feels like somebody here is still looking back at the time that we spent together and wondering, do I really want to give this up? But I just don't think it's getting any better from here. Somebody is avoiding the ending of something with the Death card in the reverse. We do have the Sun. Look, somebody is seeing everything for what it is. Somebody's having a breakthrough here, seeing it all for what it is. That there's, I can be much happier. Or the Sun, you know what? The Sun doesn't leave anything to the imagination. The Sun is like, it's a breakthrough. It's bright. It's also, sometimes when people get together in a relationship and one is ready to move and change and grow and listen and learn lessons and the other one isn't. And that's why we grow apart. Happens in marriages all the time. A lot of times when people get married when they're 19 or 20 and then all of a sudden they're 35 and wondering, what am I doing here? Because one decided to learn and grow and change and the other one didn't. They're like, well, you've changed. And you're like, well, we're supposed to change. And so it feels like that's the situation here, that somebody's realizing that we're supposed to change, and the Sun is the growth part of it for me, and that's why I'm talking about that, because to me the Sun is also growth. Everything grows under the Sun, plants, animals, people, right? Our hair, our nails grow, but we also grow professionally and personally and spiritually. And it feels like we both thought we were growing in the same direction, but the Seven of Swords tells me no, we were not. It's like one person thought that the other one took for granted that the other person might be learning and growing and changing because they are, but that wasn't the truth. But once we came out of hermit mode, one of you came out of hermit mode and then looked around you and was like, oh, but nothing's changed. I've changed. Like after you come out of hermit energy, you've changed. You've done the self-audit, right? This is a place where we go, where we go to think about things. What was my part in this? Virgo is very hard on themselves, and they tend to hold people around them to the same standard they hold to themselves, which is very lofty, because Virgo has very lofty standards. And I feel like somebody here just automatically assumes because I'm in hermit mode, they must be auditing themselves as well, but somebody else wasn't. So I think one of you came out of hermit energy here to realize that, no, we're actually not in the same place in this life anymore. We're not compatible. That's what the five of Swords is, and that's the person's clutching the Five of Swords. Yeah, we're very close to having this over. So if this hasn't happened yet, it feels like for somebody here, it's on the verge of ending here. Something's on the verge of ending, whether it's a friendship or I can't deal with the family anymore. Maybe their ideas aren't progressive enough. It could be a relationship for some of you. That's what it feels like here. Tell me more. We've got the Moon energy. Yeah, somebody is like, it feels like you go to sleep one day or you come out of hermit, you go to sleep one night, you come out of hermit energy the next day and you're like, what am I doing here? Things are just not going to resolve themselves. The Moon to the Sun tells me overnight, night to day, right? It's like we go to sleep one night, we wake up the next day and we're like looking around at the carnage. somebody's having an awakening, right? Moon to sun to me is also like an awakening or a realization. The sun comes out all of a sudden, and you can see everything you can see the carnage. Yeah, you can see all the time that you spent here putting in all the hard work, and someone else just wasn't doing the same here. We've got the Five of Swords. There it is. I was talking about the Five of Swords in the hand of the person who's on the 7. It does feel like somebody is coming out of hermit energy, realizing that this whole thing was a lie, or that this person was lying to me, that they weren't going to love me forever, that 10 months is like or 6 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever it was that you guys, could be 9 weeks, 4 weeks, could be 10 months, as I said, 8 or 10 months. But it feels like somebody's coming to this realization, right? The realization is the Five of Swords. We're never going to agree on that. There's that one thing or 2 things or 3 things. We're just not in the same place in life. We're just never going to agree on that thing. We've got the Star. So there's some healing. Somebody's making a decision to go. And I feel like you're still holding back or holding off, but we're at the 9s here. The 9 of Wands tells me someone's tired. I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Cups. And we've got the 6 of Swords. Yeah, it does feel like that, friends. It does feel like somebody here is in the 8 of Swords. I want to say that somebody's having a really hard time making the decision because of the investment, the emotional investment that is here. But I think that after going into this hermit energy, so maybe one of you asked for time away, or maybe you went away for the weekend, or you went away with the girls, or went away with the boys. But it feels like somebody here asked for time away and spent some time with themselves. But after coming back from that time, it feels like they realize, somebody here has realized that I can no longer put things off. Could be dealing with energy that is Scorpio, Virgo. We've got Aquarius. We've got Cancer and Pisces, Leo. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I feel like somebody is leaving this romantic situation here because of a decision that's made. 2 of Pentacles is like, look, I'm barely keeping in balance here. Somebody's going to fall off the tightrope and it's going to be disastrous. I feel like somebody here needs to make a decision because the 5 of Swords is here with the Knight of Cups. We don't even agree on the way, like somebody's lost the romance. Like, you're not even romantic with me anymore. You used to bring me flowers. I used to bring you flowers. We used to be very excited and do things and go places, and we're not even doing that anymore. I feel like somebody here has decided that the only way to heal is to probably really make some really big changes. It seems like with the 6 of Swords here that somebody is deciding to leave a relationship, a friendship, a job, possibly for some of you. We do have Pentacles here as well. But a big change is needed, and someone's making a huge one. Someone is no longer going to be in this. Ooh, yikes. Yes, the Queen of Swords is here. This is what it looks like. Yeah, we've learned a lesson. Somebody's learned a lesson that if I'm in this relationship from here forward, I've shut myself off from being the Empress. Somebody here has realized that I've got to grow. Someone who has become a spiritual guru or a spiritual leader here is somebody whose their spirituality has given them the strength to go. Somebody's realizing that they want to be the Empress. You could be a Taurus or a Libra, and that they are learning to be the Empress, right? The Page of Swords is here, and the Page of Swords is a student, of course, the one who has all the bright ideas or digging up information. Somebody here might be studying who the Empress is and starting to learn the lessons of the Empress. And it feels like somebody here realized that I'm cutting myself off from learning because this is miserly energy, shut off, shut down, not sharing. I'm cutting myself off from learning how to be the Empress if I stay in this situation. So it does feel like this. It feels like the Queen of Swords, which to me, whenever I see the Queen of Swords and the Empress, they usually come out at the same time on the table. And usually is the Queen of Swords is the last one that we have to learn before we become the Empress. This is the hardest queen, in my opinion. It doesn't have to be yours. But in my opinion, the hardest queen is this one because it's standing up, cutting things out, telling you like it is, being honest and truthful, not aggressive but assertive, and just being honest with you, looking at you straight in the eye and saying, I'm over it. I can't do this anymore. Somebody's got to worry about how this will end up, but look, we've got 10 swords here. 8, 9, and 10. And that's the lesson. The final sword is the lesson. So it does feel like somebody has learned a lesson that something is blocking them, and this is the block. I feel like that you realize that this relationship that you're in is going nowhere. Friendship, job, whatever it is, because there is a block. And the block is if I don't stand up and say something for myself and learn this lesson here, then I'm going to be shut off from being the Empress forever. And this really is the ultimate goal, whether you're feminine or masculine, is to take care of yourself. Putting yourself in a place in life where you don't need anything. You're not waiting for people to come save you. Not waiting for someone to plant the garden. You're planting the garden yourself, right? Not waiting for transformation. Planting the garden so the butterflies arrive. So it's like somebody's realizing I can no longer wait for someone to give me the things that I deserve, want for myself. So it does feel like somebody's going through some great big glow up, but it's going to cause a lot of hurt feelings. It is. I'm just saying, it's not the easiest thing. When we are ascending, it's not easy at all, but somebody definitely has realized that they were living in chaos. And this is what we were calling it. We were calling it romantic love, but it was not. It was actually the 5 of Swords. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'll be back, of course, because I'm always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.